And good evening. I'm telling you, man, from last week's training to this week's training, what a crazy thing that happened. I've had a lot of people ask and what's going on. I don't share much about my personal life. I care more about other people than I do myself, and which was pretty evident, which was pretty evident over the last couple of weeks. But last week, as many of you know, you heard me. I wasn't feeling well and I was sick. And by Friday, I was having emergency surgery in the hospital. Friday, by about I think it was about 11 o'clock, I was having emergency surgery at the hospital, and I got really really sick. And so, lesson learned: when you start getting sick, don't put it off. Go to the hospital. So, but anyway, it's good to be back, and for all those who messaged me and send me well wishes and all that, I greatly appreciate it very much. And it's good to be back. I'm very thankful. They pretty much told me my white count was so high that if I'd waited another day or so, I wouldn't have made it home. So, lesson learned: you start getting sick, go to the hospital. But anyway, but I'm back, and we're going to continue on. I want to welcome you to Wednesday night training presented by the App Wizard Studio team. Real quick, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, if you're watching on YouTube and you're not a member of our Facebook group, join our Facebook group if you are a member of App Wizard Studio. And for those of you who are on Facebook, we also record at the same time live over on App Wizard Studio YouTube channel. You can just search for that little icon there and you will find us on YouTube. Real quick disclaimer: App Wizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you are watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has a different work ethic and different desires. Let me pull the screen up here. And we're going to jump over here. Tonight, we are going to talk about let's see. Oh, I got to take this screen off. Hang on just one second. There we go. Tonight, we're going to talk about the sell and talk about selling your apps, selling your services. This is 2020. We're kind of just past selling apps. You should be by now, because many of you have been with us for a very long time. You should be a full-blown marketing company by now. I mean, you should have a serious business plan put together and a lot of things. But the biggest fear of anything in the world is the sale. I mean, I've had people call me on the phone and say, "Kerry, I can't sell," And I've got some good news and bad news. You have one or two options. You can either learn to sell or go hungry if this is the business you want to be in, or you can hopefully find someone that can sell for you. Now, here's kind of the bad side of that. If you don't know what to do with sales, if you don't know how to sell, then you're not going to know what they do or how they do it. So I highly recommend that you at least learn sales techniques and that you're able to teach your salesman what to do, because nothing will ruin a business any quicker than someone out there doing something and the owner of the company doesn't have a clue. I'm going to give you a prime example. I got a friend who he's a manager at a new restaurant in downtown Dallas, and they just opened 2 weeks ago. They started off with 40 plus employees, a general manager, a whole group of people. They're down to about 15 employees, and the general manager got fired yesterday. Now, they've only been open for 2 weeks. What happened? You had someone running the company, the general manager, who didn't have a clue what was going on. And the owners of the company, they are kind of hands-off owners. They own 4 different businesses and a hotel here in Dallas. And so immediately within 2 weeks, the company was just like this, and then just like this. And so I was talking to Chris today, and he's getting ready to leave. He said it's in such disarray that he doesn't even know if he wants to stay. And the folks that own this restaurant. They have a ton of money. They have a lot going on. They own one of the biggest hotels in downtown Dallas, one of the oldest hotels in downtown Dallas. But the point I'm trying to make is if you don't have your hands wrapped around your own business, if you don't know what your business is doing, if you don't know what your sales are, if you don't know what your numbers are, you've heard me talk about numbers since 2012, 8 years. And you don't know what your numbers are, and you don't know what's going on in your own business, you will lose very quickly. Very, very quickly. What I recommend you do is you learn to sell. Selling is not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this is the easiest thing you'll ever do. I still break out in sweats. I get nervous. I get scared. I don't like being told no. But you learn over a period of time that the no's are going to come, and who cares? And that's the attitude you have to have. Okay. You don't want to buy from me? That's okay. There's a million other businesses out there who need what I have. And we're going to talk about what you have in just a second. But you've got to adopt that mindset. Because without that mindset, your business cannot go forward. Because every time someone tells you no, you're going to go directly to the gutter. You're going to fall apart. And you're not going to be able to handle the stress from people telling you no. You're not going to be able to handle the stress of walking into the next client because you're afraid they're going to tell you no. And this is exactly what happens. And some of you have been there, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get ready to walk into the next client and you pass the McDonald's on the left and then your client's on the right. Your fear is so high, your level of fear of failure is so high that you all of a sudden decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to eat before I go over there. And you'll go sit in McDonald's and you'll drink a coffee, you'll drink a tea, you'll eat 15 hamburgers, you'll go through the whole process, and guess what's going to happen? Oh, wow, man, I've got to beat traffic home. And you talk yourself out of going and closing a deal, making a deal that's going to change your business. Why? Because without income, without revenue coming in, your business fails. And you've got to be able to go out and create revenue. You've got to be able to go out and make sales. You've got to be able to go out and do the things that you have to do to sustain your business until you get it to the level that you want to get it at. So tonight we're going to talk about sales. First and foremost, number one, sell to people who know you and like you. Now, I will guarantee you, of the people that are watching this right now and the people that will watch the training, they're going to say, well, Kerry, how do these people know me? I'm out cold calling. I've literally preached this, and some of you know exactly what I'm fixing to say. I have said this 1,000 times over the last 8 years. Before you ever sell anything, before you ever do anything, go out in the community, shake hands and kiss babies, introduce yourself to every single business owner in your community and let them know what you do, who you are, and what you're looking to do in the community. Don't go out there and sell them anything, okay? People have to know who you are. So if you don't know anybody and you're sitting back and you're saying, God, well, I don't know anybody. How am I going to sell to somebody I know? Then you need to stop what you're doing today so that you can learn to close deals and go out and take the next 2 weeks, because you're probably not making a lot of sales anyway. Take the next 2 weeks and build your business starting from ground zero. Going out, introducing yourself, letting people know exactly what you do. Okay. Now, a lot of people say, well, I sell apps. No, you don't. You don't sell apps. You sell business systems. You sell consultation services. You're a marketing consultant who has business systems to help a business increase their revenue and increase their footfall. That's what you do. And the biggest X after not going out and introducing yourself is we go in and we talk to people and we'll spend an hour with them and talk to them and share with them and become their best friend. And guess what? When it comes to the money, they don't have any. Now, you're going to say, well, Kerry, this is kind of cold, but this is reality. You can't sell to people who's not going to write you a check. So don't waste your time with people who are not going to write you a check. That's the hardest part of sales that you will ever go through, other than opening the car door to walk into the business, is knowing when to stop the sale, walk away, shake their hand, let them know you appreciate them, and when they're able to do business, contact you. But if they have no money or they're not going to make a deal because of your pricing, I don't care if you go there every single day for the next 6 months. They're not going to buy. This is normally what happens. Oh, gosh, man, my prices are too high. What's wrong with me? I'll tell you what, John, what if I give you a 50% discount? Biggest mistake you'll ever make. Because if you give him a 50% discount, you're going to give everybody and their brother a 50% discount from now on, because you're afraid to tell them what your costs are. You're afraid to let them know, and you need to talk to them, and you need to lay that out up front. And there's a few subtle ways to do it. There's some very bold ways to do it. I kind of like subtle. I like just coming out and laying it out there where it's not in a rude manner, but you have to let them know, and you have to sell to people who know you. The toughest sell in the world is a cold call sell. There's not a sell in the world any tougher than a cold call sell, period. Would you rather have 10 warm calls or 100 cold calls? I know what I would want. I know what I would want. Can they afford your services? Do they have the money? Now, there's a couple of ways to go about this. You can talk to them and just be right up front and say, hey, you know what, Kerry, I just want you to know, if we decide to work together, this is what the cost is going to be. It's going to be $1,800 and then, $99 a month for maintenance. And most of my clients, I work with them for a 12-month period. That's what we like to work with someone, because it takes time to build the system for your business and in time for it to work. Is that okay with you? They're going to say yes or no. If they say, well, no, I don't have that kind of money, what do you do? At that point, you're sweating bullets and you're scared to death, and you simply say, okay, Kerry, well, I want to thank you for your time, because I don't want to waste your time, and obviously I don't want to waste my time, and I've got other customers that I'm working with, and when you can feel like you're ready to do this, give me a call. A couple of things are going to happen in that part of the presentation. They're telling you right up front they don't want your stuff, they don't care about your stuff, they don't need your stuff, but they don't know how to tell you just get out the door. Okay? So the first thing that they tell you is this: I can't afford that. And a lot of businesses can't. If you walk into a business and you're going to go in and lay out a full consulting package, and you're going to do local Facebook advertising for them, you're going to set up their SMS marketing, you're going to set up their email marketing, you're going to set up their campaigns, you're going to have to put together some flyers and stuff for the store in order to drive business. That could be a couple $1,000. And then there's things that they have to do. There's things that they have to do and put together. Now, if you're just selling a simple business card to get in the door, it's the same thing. Hey, my cost up front is $149 setup and it's $49 a month. It's $249 setup and it's $49 a month. It's $349 setup and it's $99. Whatever your pricing structure is, lay that out up front because you need to know if they have the money or not. There's nothing any worse, and we've all been there. There's nothing any worse than people who spend an hour, hour and a half with a potential client, and they go to close the deal, and the first words out of the client's mouth is, I can't afford that. You just wasted an hour and a half of your time. You just spent and wasted an hour and a half of your time. And I know this is probably preaching to the choir. And I know this is, you guys have heard me say this a million times. Know what you're selling. Don't go into a sale putting together packages and things as you go, because the customer, your client, is going to see that you don't have a clue what you're talking about. And you're just trying to throw something against the wall and hope that it sticks because he told you didn't want the first package. You need to let them know, hey, my services start at XYZ. My services start at $249.99 a month. My services start at $2,100 and a $99 a month maintenance fee. That's where my services start. So you're letting them know right up front, hey, this is where we're starting. There's not going to be anything below that. Okay, this is package A. My package A consists of this. This is where we're going to start. And you also need to let them know a big mistake that a lot of people make, and you need to let your client know that this is a process. This is a long-term process. I see people all the time, they'll get, and you've done it, I've done it, we've all done it. You get involved in something, and within 30 to 45 days, you're out of it. You never gave it a chance to work. You never gave it a chance to materialize. You never gave it a chance to mature, to even see if it works or not. I don't care if you're selling pens, okay? This pen right here, which happens to be free from my bank, and I've got a bunch of them around here. If I go out and sell this pen, it's going to take me a process. It's going to take me time. I can't just go out for a week and say, well, shoot, man, I only sold 3 pens, Well, maybe I don't know every single thing about this pen. Maybe I don't explain to them the nice ergonomic pen grip on the bottom, and the nice chrome cap and the chrome tip, and maybe I didn't explain those things. Maybe I didn't realize it myself. Know what you are selling. Put together your packages. Know what you're going to walk in with. If you're just going to walk in with a business card, just walk in with a business card. Don't sit there and try to start selling Facebook marketing and Instagram marketing and hey, you got a couple of sales girls back there. We can make them Instagram models. We'll make them influencers. Don't start doing all that if that's not what you do. If that's not what you do, then do not get into that realm, because you will fall on your face and that will scatter and splatter all over your network of people that you have zero clue what you're doing. So know what you're selling. I know that's kind of preaching to the choir, and many of you are probably saying, well, gosh, Kerry, we know what we're selling. Well, I talk to a lot of people, and they don't have a clue what they're selling. Okay, number 3, know and understand what they want to accomplish, their desired outcome. If you don't know what a business wants, if you don't know what they want to do, if you don't know where they want to go, then there is zero way you can help take them there. You may not be able to take them there anyway. When they start laying out their plan, you may not have the knowledge or the ability or the tools to help them get to where they want to go. Maybe you find out that they've actually got 50 businesses and they want 50 local Facebook campaigns and they want to increase their revenue by $10 million a year. And if you say, oh, no problem, we can do that, then you're obligated to do that. And if you're unable to make that happen, then what's going to happen is your business is going to implode because you just sold someone a bag of goods that it's like, this dude don't have a clue what he's talking about. This guy doesn't know how to do local marketing for one business, let alone 50 businesses, And after you talk to them and you have that conversation and you know what their outcome is, now you've got a game plan. And you can go about it kind of like this, hey, well, what do you want to accomplish? In the event we decide to work together, and these are very powerful words, okay? There are keywords in sales that are triggers, and you always want to use triggers to put in someone's mind that they're about to make a decision to do something with you. Hey, Carrie, in the event we decide to work together over the next 12 months, what did I just do? I just put in their mind that, hey, if we decide to work together, it's going to be a 12-month period. That's how long it's going to take, okay? In the event we decide to work together over the next 12 months, what kind of outcome are you looking to achieve? And shut your mouth. Let them do the talking. Just close it up. And it's hard to do. I know it's hard for me to do. I love to talk. I love to guide. I love to lead. But you don't want to take them to a place to where they're saying, oh, yeah. And you're the one telling them what you want the outcome to be. Because what's going to happen is you're going to give them expectations that they probably didn't have. And if you do not meet those expectations, which now they believe is their expectations, you have put in their mind that that's their expectation. That's where you're going to take them. That's what you're going to do. That's how it's going to work. This is what's going to happen. They're going to drop you like a hot potato, and they're not going to want you around because you could not meet what? Their desired outcome that you put in their brain. Let them tell you, hey, I'd like to grow to another store. Great. What are you doing to achieve that now? Ask open-ended questions. Every time they say, this is what I would like, that's awesome. What are you doing to achieve that now? What is it that you do right now, okay, that you're doing to achieve that now? And listen to them. They want to talk to you. You've asked them questions. Give them the courtesy. Take out your paper and pencil and take notes about what they're telling you. Because what you're doing is as they're talking to you, you're building the business plan, okay, the marketing model that you're going to use to do what? To close the deal. To close the deal. So know and understand what they want to accomplish. What is their desired outcome? Hey, Carrie, in the event we decide to work together over the next 12 months, what kind of outcome are you looking to achieve? I didn't say this is what I can do for you. I didn't say, hey, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. I can come in here and make all this happen. I didn't make anything about me. I put everything on them. They're the business owner. They're the ones who is going to make the decision to write you a check for $2,000. They're the ones that has to let you know what their expectations are. Now, in that same breath, if you can't meet their expectations, you need to either work with them and share with them the steps that it's going to take to get them where they want to go, and let them understand that, hey, this is a process. I mean, you're down here, you're only doing $500,000 a year, okay? And you've only got 200 customers a month coming in the door. You know, if you want to do $5 million, then we've got to 5x everything that's happening. Actually, we got to 10x it because you're only doing 500,000 a year. So you need 2,000 customers coming in the door in order to achieve what you want. So let's work on the step process. There may not be 2,000 customers in the local area where he's at. He may have to expand to another store, but you won't know that. You don't know that unless you listen to them and listen to the things that they say and know exactly where they want to go. The most important question you can ask during this conversation period, during this learning experience for you, is what are you doing now to achieve the outcome that you're achieving now? Hey, what are you doing now, Carrie? Man, I'm doing about $500,000 a year. How many customers do you have coming in? We have 500 customers coming in. Okay, so that's 500,000, 500 customers. You want to do 10 million, and you're sitting here and you're taking notes the whole time. And go ahead and do the math real quick while you're sitting there. I don't care if you have to have a calculator. Make yourself involved and engaged what he's telling you, because now you're the marketing expert. He's already told you, you know, in your subtleness in the very beginning when you said, hey, this is going to cost you $2,000. This is going to cost you $249. This is going to cost you $349. It's going to cost you $99 a month. He's already told you, okay, that he can afford that. So now you're in that pre-close phase. Now you're getting everything together to get ready to close this guy. Now you're getting everything together to put together exactly what you need, to know exactly what to sell him, exactly what package to sell him, exactly where you need to get started. Now, you may start at $2,000, but based on everything he told you, he may need to go to the $5,000 package. He may need to go to the $10,000 package. And you just simply need to tell him that, you know, hey, Carrie, based on everything you said, I'm 100% positive that I can help you with that we can get you there, and this is what it's going to take. We don't need the whole 10,000 up front. We're going to start off at 2,000. We're going to build that layer. We're going to put together this program for you. We're going to get your SMS set up. We're going to get all your marketing materials set up. We're going to look at your print advertising that you currently do so that we can put your short codes and your SMS all into your marketing now, so we can drive traffic. These are the things we want to do. If they will need a birthday program, we're going to go ahead and set up your birthday program. Do you have an email program already going? No, we don't have an email program. Okay, we're going to go ahead and merge the SMS and the email program together. That way we get all the information out there when people sign up. They're automatically getting the emails. We're going to need to send out, 2 emails a week. We're going to send out 4 SMS messages a month. We need to know what your sales are going to be. We need to know exactly what you want to go. This is how we're going to drive traffic. This is how we're going to increase your footfall. These are the Facebook campaigns we're going to do. We're going to be able to drive traffic there. This is the way we're going to start your app. We want to make sure that your app is all set up to handle all the technical side of everything that you're doing. And this is what it's going to cost. And you go through, and because, let me go back to this one slide right here. You know what you are selling, because you know what you're doing, you know what you're putting together, you know exactly where to take them. Pre-close. It's always great to close. And the one thing we always want is, hey, we want the yes. Hey, we want the check. Hey, we want to move forward right now. Based on what you just told me, Carrie, I am 100% certain. Be assertive. I am certain that I can help you. What questions can I answer for you? Stop talking. And if they say no, great. Is there anything else I can help you with today? No. Thank them and move on. Don't sit there and try to manipulate and do some hard close sales and all that. You're going to push them away. They just told you they don't want what you have. No. Great. Is there anything I can help you with today? No. Hey, I want to thank you. If there's anything I can do for you, make sure you give me a call. You got my card. You got my information. I'll stop by every now and then. We'll bring in a cup of coffee and a donut and sit on the front stoop out there and shoot the breeze. Always leave the door open, but do not waste your time. He doesn't want what you have, Great. Is there anything else I can help you with? No. If he says yes, hey, let's get started. What do we need to do to get started? Let's make it happen right now. Right now. Based on what you just told me, I am 100% certain I can help you. I want you to brand this in your brain. I want you to put this in your mind. I want you to be able to say this without reading it. Based on what you just told me, I am 100% certain I can help you. Based on what you just told me, where did he tell you? He told you in that pre-close phase, right? In the pre-close phase where you were getting all the information from him, all the data that you needed to put together your close, so that you know that you can do exactly what they want. Now, if there's things you can do, let them know up front. I'm going to tell you right now, honesty in sales is the best policy you'll ever have. If you can't do it, don't do it. Now, I have, over the last 8 years, I've had reps call me, hey, I just told someone I could do this. Can I do that? Why in the hell did you just tell someone you can do something and you don't even know if you can do it? And then when you call in, we tell you, no, you can't do it. What are you going to do? Go back. What are you going to say to the customer when you go back? Well, I didn't have a clue what I was talking about. I'm the dumbest person on earth because I'm out selling something I don't know anything about. So I lied to you. I just wanted to let you know that up front that I'm a dummy, okay? And I don't know what I'm doing. That's exactly what you just did. By selling something, you have no clue of what you're talking about. If you don't know anything about it, don't go sell it. Don't read about it tonight and go try to sell it tomorrow because you're going to fail. You're going to fail miserably. And there's nothing any worse than failing because you don't take time to educate yourself and put yourself into a position where you could have sold that and made a lot of money. Don't ever, ever do that. Based on what you just told me, I am 100% certain that I can help you. Now, guys, this is the close of the century, and I love this close. I love it. What do you want to do? I would love to have you as a client. Don't say a word. If he says no, anything else I can help you with? No, not really. Okay. If he says yes, when can we get started? That's the outcome we want, but that doesn't always happen, right? We don't always get that yes. And you're going to get a lot of no's, whether you want them or not. But the most common thing that you get, the most common answer you get is what? What's the number? I don't know if you guys can type in a box there, and I don't know if I'll be able to see it on this side, but what is the most common answer we get? What is the most common answer we get? I need to think about it. Now, they're not telling you no. They're not telling you yes. They're saying, you know what? This is something that I might be interested in. I think it could be something that's going to help me. I think it's going to be good for my business. I think this is a program that I probably really need to look at, but I would really like to make an intelligent decision because I'm fixing to write you a check for $10,000 in order to help me build my business over the next 12 months. And it's actually going to turn out being what? About another 10,000 on top of that by the time you paid for all the media and the marketing and all that. So you're going to get about 20 grand out of this deal. And you're going to turn around and say, hey, man, I want you to write me a check right now. Most people are going to make an intelligent decision on their buy on what they purchase. Now, that decision is going to be based on how well you sold the program, and not just the program itself, but how well you sold yourself. You have to be confident, you know, almost to the point of arrogant. You know, I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. We were talking about the presidency. And I said, you know, you have to be the most arrogant person in the world to even think that you're going to sit in the Oval Office with all that power. That is just total arrogance. And he said, and he laughed at me. He said, either that or they're the most confident people on the earth. And I think it's a little bit of both. I think you have to believe in yourself so much. You have to sell yourself on you that you can do anything in the entire world. When I went into the hospital on Friday, I was so sick I couldn't even walk. I mean, they carried me into the emergency room, and I was so sick I couldn't walk. But I knew one thing. I looked up at the doctor and I said, just do not let me die because I've got so much to do. And that wasn't arrogance. That was a fact that I've got so much left to do in my life. I just turned 60 years old. I'm still kind of young. To me, I'm kind of young. And there's a lot of things I want to do. There's a lot of things that I want to accomplish. Why? Because I'm very good at what I do. I'm confident in the skills that I have. You have to have the same confidence. You should feel the same way about yourself that I feel about myself. And you have to be very good at what you do. You have to be able to go in there and say, and remember these closing words. Hey, what do you want to do? I would love to have you as a client. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. What do you want to do? 6 words. What do you want to do? Hey, Kerry, what do you want to do? I'd love to have you as a client. You just told him 2 things. It's time to make a decision, and I want you to work with you. And it's just that simple. We complicate it, we complicate it out of fear. We talk way too much, we listen way too less, and we don't have a clue what our clients want to do. Not a clue. We don't know if they want to expand. We don't know if they want to downgrade. We don't know if they want more time with their family. We don't know if they want to start a franchise. We don't know what they want to do. We don't know what their marketing skills are now. We don't know if they have a full marketing department. The restaurant I was telling you about a while ago, the company has their own Facebook marketing, not just Facebook, but Facebook and Instagram, social media marketing department. And they've got 4 people that run this department. And the people that run the department don't have a clue what the heck they're doing. Not a clue. And I was talking to them today. They don't even know what a local ad is. They didn't even know that you could run an ad within 2-mile radius of the restaurant, which is in uptown Dallas, which is very high scale, very upscale, that has probably 30 or 40,000 apartments there that millennials live in. Their market, and I was just mind blown. Why? Because they didn't know what they were doing. They had no clue, So, and the whole process I'm in is I want to take over their social media marketing program because they've got a lot of money and they're spending a lot of money. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to be successful? Do you want to do the things that you want to do to take your business to the place that you want it to go? Do you want to get out and sell? Do you want to get off your butt and walk out of the house and go out and make it happen? Or do you want to sit behind your computer and think every day, gosh, I need to learn how to do this. Quit trying to learn how to do something and go out and make something happen. That's what you need to do. because your clients would love to have you because there's nobody in your area doing what you can do. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It is an absolute pleasure once again to be a part of what we do. And I love each and every one of you, man. I want to thank you so much again for all the well wishes and everything that came my way when I was in the hospital sick. I want to thank you once again for that. And I will see you all. Remove from screen. I will see you all next week. Everybody have a great evening. God bless. And I look forward to training next week.